www.seancardovillis.co.ke.
Andy Murray saw off the threat of Australian rising star Nick Kyrgios with a clinical performance to reach his 9th Wimbledon quarterfinals in straight sets, 7-5, 6-1, 6-4. Meanwhile, 7-time champion Roger Federer reached the Wimbledon quarterfinals by dismantling Steve Johnson in straight sets. Here's BBC Sport with more details.
The 7-time champion Roger Federer is in the quarter-finals. He beat Steve Johnson 6-2, 6-3, 7-5. Federer has been short of matches and form this summer, but showed glimpses of his best on centre court. Marin Cilic, the 2014 US Open winner, will be the next man to stand in the way of a record 8 men's singles titles. Here's Federer.
I would have never thought that I was going to win the first 4 matches in straight sets, so I'm extremely pleased. And look, I think you can always lose the tournament in the first week but never win it. So I did a lot of things right the first week, and from now on you really have to start playing your best tennis. Cilic lies ahead. He brushed me off the court like I was nothing at the US Open in the semis a few years back. So I hope to get him back this time. He's a super guy. So I'm looking forward to a tough match, but from here on it's clearly going to be difficult.
The 6-time champion Serena Williams overcame a first set blip to reach the last 8 with a straight sets win over Svetlana Kuznetsova 7-5, 6-love. Awaiting her, Anastasia Pavlyuchenkova. That's 3 matches in 3 days, but that doesn't bother Serena.
It was really good to win. She has played really well against me in the past, and she beat me earlier this year, so I knew that I had to play really well to win this. Usually in order to win a tournament, you have to play quarter, semis, final, back to back to back. So that's kind of how I thought about it. I thought, Serena, you've done this over 70, 80 times, so for me it's an easy transition.
In cycling, Mark Cavendish won his 28th Tour de France stage after a photo finish with André Greipel in Angers. Defending champion Chris Froome finished safely in the peloton, while Peter Sagan retained the race lead. Here's BBC Sport.
Greipel is there, hits the front, Cavendish on his wheel, Coca coming up on the right-hand side, it's Greipel who's still there, Cavendish is going to hit the front at the right time, it's Cavendish there, and I think that Cavendish might have it. It's a photo finish between Cavendish and Greipel. That is so close, so tense, so tight. With awesome acceleration, the very best of Mark Cavendish was on show on stage 3 of the Tour de France. At the end of a day more notable for its lack of speed, the Manxman won after a chaotic final 5 kilometres. Forcing his way to the finish in Angers in a fashion not seen since his dominant days in high road colours, Cavendish beat German champion André Greipel in a tense photo finish. It was his 28th Tour stage win, and he's now joint second on the all-time list of winners. Peter Sagan retained the yellow jersey and stays leader.
World champion Lewis Hamilton has said that Mercedes should not introduce team orders in his fight with Nico Rosberg, as it would rob the fans. The two drivers collided while disputing the lead on the last lap of the Austrian Grand Prix, and Renault driver Jolyon Palmer told BBC Sport that team orders mean little when the main prize is the driver's title.
He can say what he likes, to be honest, but I don't think it's going to change anything.
Really? Makes no odds.
No, they can't really stop them racing. I mean, I don't think they've done anything that's terrible, like a Schumacher deliberate crash from the 90s. Toto can give them a sitting down and really tell them what's what, but at the end of the day, when they come to Silverstone and there's a last lap race for the win again, it's not going to change what they think. They've still got to go for it. People will remember the winner of the championship at the end of the day. The one that comes second is ultimately in that situation the loser, and neither of them want it to be them.
And do you feel, just finally, that for Mercedes, eventually this is going to lead to a fracturing of that driver partnership, if you like?
I think this year is a really tough one for them. They've had now, this is their 3rd year with this regulations. For that driver partnership is really a testing year for them. If they have any more incidents, I think it's like I say, this is the worst thing for Mercedes. They can have a great car, but if the drivers are crashing into each other and not picking up the points, then is it really worth them having these two drivers? And maybe they're thinking about changing one of them.
Alright, don't forget Wimbledon continues today, and in the Tour de France it's the longest stage at 237 kilometres.
Sean Cardovillis, the voice of sport.